Hello, and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video with me, Elven Dragon. So, last episode, we went and built up a small little skulk farm powered by allays and infestation potions, as well as a couple stone generators, for when we actually decide to use this as a proper farm and not just as a quick way of digging out more of the redstone pit. And, well, we've got a couple things that we need to get in order to support that. We've got a pretty decent supply of nether wart right now. We are not going to run out of stone anytime soon. So that just leaves one more component of our potions. Oh, actually, two. But the main one is we need a source of gunpowder. Now, we could just go and build a mob farm in here, which we're going to do eventually anyway, but we're also kind of running low on redstone. So I'm thinking we might as well solve two problems with one farm and do something with that. Now, one way we could do that would be to build up a witch farm. We do have a witch hut here. This is, in fact, the closest witch hut we have to our spawn. And yeah, it is quite a ways away. That would take care of both our gunpowder and our redstone needs. Also get us some glass bottles as well, which would be great. Again, the only issue is it's quite a ways away from our main area, and I would rather not have to come all the way out here every time I need more gunpowder and redstone. So instead, what I think we're going to do is we are going to fix the much closer farm that uses witches, and that is the raid farm. Now, this thing is mostly functional, I believe. We do have to make a few changes to it to take care of the ominous bottles, which we've got a few in there. These don't stack the different levels, so we may have to figure out something with that. Find some way to sort those out. At least they stack with each other. But I believe this part of the farm down here should still work perfectly fine. The issue is we've got a few things that we need to fix up at the top of the farm. Namely, we need a brand new villager up there because our current one has been killed. Can't really tell. And, oh, okay. So we already have a lava chandelier put in for the Ravagers. Okay. Well, that's one less thing we have to do. But the main thing is we need a new villager, which is going to be fun. And I would also like to figure out a way to get those ominous bottles up to our AFK platform at the top. But first things first, we need a villager to make this farm work. We also need to reset those boats. But I guess it means it's time to move some villagers. Alright, so good news is we had a villager from our villager breeder already in the nether. Bad news is we only had one villager, so if things go horribly wrong and something happens to this guy, we're going to be waiting for a little bit just to get a new villager. Now, I did make sure that there were two babies in there because I would like to fix the crop farms back at the main base at some point, but oh, that's as far as our scaffolding will reach. Anyway, what I was going to say is hopefully we can just use the scaffolding to bring this guy all the way over to where we need him to be. It looks like we may have to go and build another pillar. Maybe that will help us get a villager up here. But we just need to get him into his little cell, and hopefully that should fix things. So now I think we should just be able to break the boat, and he should be able to walk right into the bed. At least I hope that's the case. But I think we're going to take the leaves off from above the bed, and apparently they can't jump up a level of scaffolding. It's going to make things interesting. Oh, okay. Okay. So let's get a leaf block there instead. He should be able to pathfind over to that. Rebuild that path. There we go. There we go. But I think we're going to leave the leaves off from right above the bed just because I think that is what is keeping him from being able to do stuff properly. I think what's happening is it's basically causing our villager to glitch into the wall. And then we have no more villager. So I'm hoping nothing spawns on that bed, but only one way to check that, and that's to go grab an ominous bottle once we seal this guy up, drink it, and start a raid in here. So I'm going to go grab that, take care of that, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so 1 raid later, and that is a complete success. Our villager is still in his little box. All of our pillagers are dead, which means that this farm still works as intended, which is a good thing. But standing up here makes me kind of want to do a little bit of decoration around here. I love what we have up there right now, but I'm very tempted to kind of redesign how this tower is. Maybe get some tough and deep slate and everything else. But first, we need to go and figure out how we're going to sort out the ominous bottles. I think if we just do a sorter for non-stackables, which should just be the crossbows, arrows, bones, yes, leather. Why do we have leather and bones in there? I have no idea. Should just be arrows and banners. Everything else should be ominous bottles, which is going to be fun. So, looks like I need to go get some of our emeralds that we just got from this. I think everything's going into one of these chests. Oh, hey, there we go. And perfect, some redstone dust. Actually, I might just need the redstone dust. So I need to sort out this thing. But I think if we do that, we should be able to get a nice simple sorter. Probably use a bubble column to pitch all of the ominous bottles up to a chest up in the top and figure out how to go from there. And if we really want to decorate this thing, I'm really tempted to. Be nice. I like having the actual structure in place, but maybe the top we might do some redesign of. I don't know. But bubble column first. All right. So good news is we managed to get the entire sorting thing here inside the building itself. If we turn off that trading card, we were basically just testing this thing out for a bit, and it seems to be working just fine. So we've got our 3 sorters here. I spaced them out because we've got one of 16, one of 64, and non-stackables. Mostly just so that stuff didn't bleed through and start causing problems later. And then on the outside, we have all of our ominous bottles. We actually have a few here from all that testing. Again, I wanted to make sure that we had a nice sample size to test with here. And then we have the bubble column, which, as you can see, is very much not yet in existence. You go get some leaves and stuff to build that up. Thinking leaves would be best, that way nothing spawns in it, but we just need to get that in and bring that up to the top. But that shouldn't be too difficult. We just need to go grab a bit of kelp and stuff. And while I've been working on this, I've been getting some decoration ideas around the area. As you can see, we've got a few creeper holes around the place because this whole area here isn't super well lit up. And I kind of don't want to mess with the actual structure here. I want to keep it as much there as I can. I might take down the rotating storage system. That's kind of big, and just replace it with a bit better automatic sorting system, which we have down below. Basically dig out that little cave that we have in the bank down a few more blocks and just use that, add in another entrance somewhere. But what I'm thinking is we might kind of wall this area off just so that we can light up in here. Don't have to worry about too many creepers and everything else sneaking around here, and call it good. So I'm gonna have to play around with some ideas for that. But before we do that, I remember when we were exploring that little trial chamber that we found one of those ominous bottles in there. So what I'm thinking is, let's grab one of these, head out there, and see what we can do with that out there. All right, so we've just drank in our ominous bottle, and it means we have our bad omen. So let's see, we've got our first one over there. We've got spiders there. See if I can remember what we have in this trial chamber. See what we've got. None of these should be active. Oh, that's new. Trial omen. 15 minutes of trial omen. Oh, fun. Now we get random potions coming down on us, apparently. That's going to make things interesting trying to dodge some of those as we go through this. I think we got wind charged. Ow. Oh, great. Skeletons. Lots of skeletons. All right, let's get these guys taken care of. And there goes another skeleton spawner. Great. This is going to go horribly with 3 of them. I haven't had diamond gear on. Ah, run away. And of course. Well, that went about as poorly as expected. We're definitely going to have to get better stuff for that. At least, well, we've got a spider jockey over there. which means this is likely to turn into a bit of a death loop. Yep, it's got our stuff too. So, I'm going to be back once we manage to get our stuff back. Alright, got our sword back. This should make things a little bit easier here. That should make it quite a bit easier to deal with all these skeletons with armor. This must be a thing for the ominous trial thing. Alright, so we got some potatoes from that. And we've still got some stuff apparently because we're still getting potions thrown at us. Looks like it's just the one skeleton spawner since we got the stuff on that. Don't think it's spiders, which I don't see any item on top there. Oh, there it is. Got some steak from that. Grab that in a little bit. So it looks like it's just the one skeleton spawner that we're getting stuff for. Which means we need to go and find where that is. It's probably underneath here somewhere. So let's see. Oh, I think I saw one there. There it is. All right. I guess if we really want to delve deeper into this place, we have to go get some more of those ominous bottles. But we should probably do something to get those spawners so that we don't have to deal with mobs everywhere. Especially right there where we have 3 of them at once. Maybe we can just kind of block them off, kind of make one simple spot for them to all go to. Might be a good idea. But first we have to go back and get another ominous bottle. All right, fresh new ominous bottle. We even went and grabbed a totem while we were over there, and we went and kind of blocked these ones off. That way, when this swings spawn the skeletons, we're not overrun by skeletons. We can deal with the spiders first, and then deal with the skeletons on our own time. Which we should probably have that up there so we can get in. And maybe do something about those cobwebs. But that will get us those. And hopefully make it so that those are a bit safer. Still have to do something like that down below, but we have plenty of netherrack because I finally went and connected the portal that we have at the entrance up into the nether hub. So we now have an easier way back here in case you want to get more stuff. So, let's see if this will actually work again. Is that going to activate those? No. Okay. Looks like we have to head deeper into the structure. So, let's see. Is there something over here? That's just those. This had spiders, yes. Well, let's do these one at a time here. Hopefully that will prevent us from getting completely swarmed with mobs like we did last time, which should up our chances of being able to complete this and get our loot from that. The only issue is that all these spiders are going to climb. Kind of avoid as much as we can. It's 2 shots on each of the spiders, so that's going to be very beneficial. Ah! Unfortunately, we're not quite far enough that we can get the fire to knock them out. Ooh, we get spider jockeys with this too. I don't like spider jockeys. Should probably get a bow and arrow out here. I want to keep our boat just in case we need to do crowd control for stuff. But I think using this should help us take out more stuff that's kind of just wandering around here. And hopefully should make it so we don't have to get too far into the structure and accidentally trigger another one of these. Because one of these seems to be fine. It's when we start getting multiple of them that we start having problems. Oh, well, there was just one more, and now we got the breezes, which should be nice. I don't mind the breezes. Spiders I don't like here. Silverfish! Silverfish? Really? Ooh, we need to heal. Alright, we've managed to get these down to, I believe, these last 2 here. I think that should be the last of them. I think I just heard that go off. So let's jump up here and see what we got for loot. Should have a few things here. Looks like that's just some beef. And it looks like, oh, that's a new key. Ominous trial key. Okay, well, that was useful. Now we just have to find out where we can use that. I think I know exactly where we can put that. So, put that in there, see what we get. Ooh. Looks like we got a bunch of wind charges and some emeralds too. That looks like it should be pretty nice. Smithing template. Low. Unbreaking 2 axe. Okay, the rest of it's not as nice. I like that smithing template though. We'll have to see how that looks like later. But let's just go and stash all that into one of the shulker boxes we brought specifically for taking our loot out of here with. And let's go see what we can find farther down in the structure. All right, so quite a few deaths later because we decided for some reason to go and take on the baby zombie trial right as our trial Omen was ending, and we died a whole bunch. Fortunately, I don't think we lost too much. We got all of the important stuff anyway. But we'd gotten another ominous key and we got a new banner pattern for Flow. So it's a new armor trim and a new banner pattern. So that should be fun to play with. But I think that's going to wrap up our playing with the ominous trials for right now. I think we might have maybe one or two more of the blue vaults in here. I'd have to go and look, but we may have to go find another trial chamber if we want more of those things for the loot. But we've gotten new banner pad, new smithing template, so I'm quite happy with that. But I think for now, I'm gonna go and drop off the stuff that we have back in our storage and call it good there. So, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to see more of what is going on in this world. And I will catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.